It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Portland as the Trailblazers go up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, this is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready. Some extra motivation on this one. And Terry Stotts establishing continuity in Portland, extended through 2020. Shaq, he seems to have a philosophy that players relate to.
Very smart, offensive-minded guy, gives the stars freedom, but puts them in a position to succeed.
You know what? He helped the Mavs, win that title as an assistant.
Yeah.
And making the Blazers a major factor, he did that in his second year there. And then now he's continuing. Excuse me.
You okay, Cookie Monster?
I was eating a little cookies. I'm sorry.
And now we sent it out to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
We are live from Portland, Oregon for a Western Conference contest with the Trailblazers. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. This game is part of the travel schedule for New Orleans. If you think about their performance from last year, they're about where you'd expect them to be. They'd like to take that next step in a positive direction with the win here in this one.
And it's in your DNA. You come up against a natural rival, you're going to be a little bit salty.
You know, that's what makes these games great. I mean, no love lost between these two squads. It's great competition with a little animus sprinkled in there.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, thanks, guys. Now, the Blazers are a talented young team, but Damian Lillard hopes they'll be aggressive, looking to improve. He said, obviously, we believe in what we have, but the more firepower we can add, the better chance we have of competing for longer periods of time at a higher level. Kevin?
He's not shy about putting pressure on the front office, D.A. Thanks. Clark, back when you were playing, what were the biggest challenges over the first third of the season you found?
Well, the travel is always a challenge, particularly early in your career, just learning how to manage that. How do you rest? How do you get your work in? How do you stay focused mentally? So the challenge of travel and the details of your craft. And then establishing chemistry with your teammates. We were kind of in transition my first 3 years in Indiana, where we had new players each year. And that's one of the challenges with the team that's struggling to be competitive.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for New Orleans right now, Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Down low, it's Randall and Davis. And it's Miller in at the small forward position. Lillard with it. Now Payton defending. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Dishes to McCollum. And stolen by Miller. Inside. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Lillard misses. And here are the Pelicans. 4-point game. Here's Payton. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Really like seeing Payton operate inside. I mean, showing once again that he's got the total package.
For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yep, and that's not a winning performance. I mean, you got to tighten up the defense moving forward if you're going to get some W's.
And here's Randall after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. Pass to Miller. Here's Payton. New Orleans moving the ball around. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Tremendous court awareness by Payton.
Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Rockets in Houston.
And you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
The defense just gave him that one, and you talk about starting on a high note. Didn't seem to respect his mid-range J there.
And finished off by Davis.
Unselfish, good vision, nice dime by Julius.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Cullen passes to Stauskas. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Three-pointer. Pelicans with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Yeah, the woodshed is what we call that. They annihilated them, simply had no answers for how to slow them down.
And the basket by McCollum.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Now here is Holiday. 20 points for him last game against Golden State.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
Here's Lillard after Drew Holiday scored. McCollum no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Randall throws it down.
Ever on the attack. That's just Randall's mindset.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. McCollum against Holiday. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 6. Here's Payton. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Trailblazers trail by 7. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
Greg, we know that's in the past, but you can't change that for sure. Nevertheless, a win would be sweet.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 19 points a game last year, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Now, here is Miller. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Randall. Aminu grabs the miss.
Well, at best, the defense was average. I mean, he must make sure to finish these layups. Got to make those.
Portland trailing here. Here's Lillard. Kicks to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the 3.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot. He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Here's Lillard. For the 3. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got 6.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep attacking even after he's missed a few. And that's the mentality you have to have on offense. He might be as good as any other guard in this game. That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
He kicks to Nurkic. McCollum up top, guarded by Holiday. Nurkic finds Lillard. A 3-pointer off the mark. And it's Davis with the ball for New Orleans. They're leading by 8. Payton against Lillard. McCollum deciding where to go with it. To the inside. Stauskas with the bucket.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Payton attacking, and Payton throws it down.
And the defense has to do a better job of not allowing Payton to get past him off the drive like that. I mean, this guy can take off quickly for these dunks if you don't guard him.
Now here's Lillard. He has 6. McCollum kicks to Aminu. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. No good on the 3.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard attacking. And too long on the shot.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Payton passes to Holiday. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 4th assist in this one.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now a timeout called by Portland. We try to stop, hold down, combat great offensive play. Clark, in your eyes, what are the keys to great team defense to do that?
Yeah, there are a couple of things, Kevin. One is communication, attention to the detail of what you're trying to minimize or take away. Good offensive teams, you're not going to be able to take away everything, so you try to prioritize what you're going to take away. And then just a collective commitment to communication and to helping each other, because you can't do it at a high level by yourself when you're facing a really good offensive team. Everybody has to be on board and locked into what you're trying to get done defensively.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collins checked in for Nurkic. Harkless comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Stauskas. And it's Seth Curry in for Damian Lillard. No good from Moore. Trailblazers trail by 13. To end the run. Curry can't get it to go. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Holiday finds Hill. Off target from outside. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. In third, the Pelicans.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Okafor against Collins. And Hill has it in the corner. Over Turner. Hill, no good. The Trailblazers shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against New Orleans.
Evan Turner, the former #2 pick out of Ohio State, you know, acts as a utility night for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait.
And the second free throw, good. And with Turner, as you mentioned, Greg, he can play both wing spots and does whatever you need from him on offense.
Well, you like what he's playing in the post and bullying small wings. Much better from that area of the floor than from outside. He also can act as a playmaker, very adept at running the pick and roll. Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Moore against McCollum. Outside Mirotic. And Holiday has it in the corner. Low block shot on the way. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Curry against Holiday. On the wing, Turner. 14 points from him the last game against Houston. Shot clock at 2. McCollum. Outside for Curry. Now the pass to Collins. McCollum against Moore. Hits the front of the rim and out.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 9. Poked away. From deep, Moore. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Turner looking around. Up top, Curry. Passes it to Collins. Mirotic brings the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
And so here's Portland. They double team Curry. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's New Orleans with it. Pelicans leading by 13. Holiday, the pass to Mirotic. Harkless with the steal. Here's McCollum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game. And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
And Portland making a change here. Leonard's checked in, and the Pelicans also making a change. Diallo's checked in.
1 shot.
And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the 2nd player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Down low, Okafor with the steal. Right side, Mirotic. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And that one falls for Mirotic. He's perfect from the line this time. And so here's Portland, down by 12. Curry kicks to McCollum. Lets it go with a 3. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Now here's McCollum. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston. Just 4 to shoot. Over Moore. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back right after this. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
McCollum at the 2 with Harkless playing the 3. Collins is out there with Myers-Leonard, and it's Curry in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
Took him no time at all on that one. 14 points for C.J. McCollum.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And Holiday kicks to Mirotic. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 5 assists tonight.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Pass to Leonard. The feed now to McCollum. Over Holiday. Again, McCollum missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for McCollum. New Orleans also making some changes. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Okafor. Miller comes in for Ejuan Moore. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Drew Holiday. Payton finds Davis. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard with it. He's got 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
first one falls for him. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he could not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
Now here's Payton. 6 points for him. Here's Mirotic, and that one good. Mirotic has got 4 points this quarter.
When Payton is running the pick and roll, he's really skilled at how he finds his guys. I mean, he's definitely earned their trust.
Now a timeout called by Portland. In NBA history, only a handful of rookies have averaged 20 points and 10 rebounds. And Clark, you were one of them.
Yeah, it's a point of pride for me. Obviously wasn't able to be part of a playoff team in the short time I played, but did distinguish myself individually for the short time I played. And that's fairly select company when you talk 2010 guys as rookies. And it's a pretty impressive list to be on. Actually, one of my peers, Terry Cummings, is also part of that first-year 2010 group.
You talk about names: Wilt Chamberlain, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem, Tim Duncan, Bird, Shaq. I mean, what great names.
Yeah, some phenomenal names, no doubt about it. Glad to be on that roll call list.
And he comes up with the deuce. 6 points for Julius Randle.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. 11 points for Lillard.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Pass to Curry. The dish to Nurkic. Back to Curry. Kicks to Nurkic. Payton on the double team. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside, Davis. Back to Payton. And Payton throws it down hard.
And Payton ever on the attack. I mean, when the opportunity is right, he loves getting up for throwdowns like that one.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Inside. Randle grabs the board. New Orleans leading by 11. Outside, Davis. Great D that time from Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Lillard against Payton. Fires the three. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
Randle no good. And so Curry will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Stauskas kicks to Curry. And the pass to Nurkic. Right side, Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Stauskas, covered by Mirotic. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. A different look now for Portland. Aminu comes in for Myers Leonard. And it's Turner in for Seth Curry. And New Orleans also making a change. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Mirotic. Now here's Payton. He's got 8. And they double up Davis. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Randall dishes to Payton. The kick out to Hill. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Stauskas, covered by Miller. Down low, here's Lillard. Good for another field goal. Number 5 on the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
Hill finds Davis. Count that one. Davis has got 12 points in the game.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Lillard outside. Over in the corner, Turner. Over Hill. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Turner. The Pelicans have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. And they double up Davis. Here's Payton.
You got it. Come on.
Offensive rebound. To the inside. It's stolen by Aminu. Here's Turner. And Portland again with the bucket. And here is Payton. 8 points for him. Outside Hill. Back to Payton. Fires the 3. Pelicans keep it alive. Here's Randall. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference. You know, Julius Randle is a young power forward, a little undersized for that position, but fairly dependable. Good movement when he gets to the basket, and he knows how to finish inside. Surprised his rookie option wasn't picked up, but he made the best of it in free agency.
Now here's Turner. 5 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Back to Nurkic. It's not going to go for him. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. And for Randall, a free agent this past summer, it seems he never felt truly wanted by the team that drafted him.
Well, you know, he's dealt with injuries early in his career and a lot of trade rumors, which can affect a young player in a negative way. I think he's still shown solid improvement in his first handful of years in the league. And again, you've got to recall and remember how young some of these guys are. Even when they've been in the league 4, 5, 6 years, some of these guys are like 22, 23 years old. And that's still not enough time for them to fully mature as players.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. New Orleans also making some changes. Morris checked in for Darius Miller. And it's Drew Holiday in for Payton. Holiday against Lillard. Portland no good that time either. New Orleans leading by 10. To the middle. Here's Davis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 14 points for Davis.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
And the basket by McCollum.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
Now here is Holiday. He has 7. Davis, the pass to Hill. New Orleans moving it around, and the shot goes down. 11 points for Julius Randle.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Lillard.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Holiday looking for an opening. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think about taking.
Drops in the tray off the fast break. Holiday's got 10 points. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New Orleans.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Here's Holiday following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Down low, deflects the pass, and that one's good by Davis.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Nurkic, nice pass, led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter. And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. 11-point game. Outside, Davis. Back to Holiday. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. So for the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Harkless is subbed in for Evan Turner. New Orleans also making some changes. Okafor is checked in for Anthony Davis, and Diallo subbed in for Julius Randle. He's perfect from the line this time. Trailblazers trail by 13. Now McCollum. Here's Collins. And that one goes long.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, here's Lillard. 17 points in the game. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Trailblazers have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Hey, don't let him shoot that.
There's 31 seconds left now here in the second. Shot left block. No good. Shot missing. Pelicans leading by 12. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Holiday kicks to Hill. Okafor against Collins. Okafor dishes to Holiday. Deep 2 from Hill. And so it's New Orleans enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball, and then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
Anthony Davis, tough big to match up with. Tremendous shooting range, complements his back to the basket game, and he has the quickness to go around you. And he also has the hops to rise above you.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Portland.
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So for New Orleans right now, down low, it's Randall and Davis. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt, and it's Miller in at the 3. Here's Randall. Over McCollum. Randall no good. Trailblazers trail by 12. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Stauskas. The offensive rebound. That shot no good. New Orleans leading by 12. Holiday finds Davis. Payton in the corner. Here's Miller. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Miller's got the first bucket of the third here for the Pelicans. Pass to McCollum. And a minute played as the second half gets going. From the stripe. Jump shot is good that time. McCollum's got 20 points.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Over in the corner, Randall. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Nice job. Very good rhythm. Randall on the catch and shoot.
90 seconds now into the second half. Aminu against Randall. That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Nurkic. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. He kicks it to Holiday. And McCollum with the block. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Holiday against McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Over Davis. Nurkic can't hit.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
For New Orleans, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Holiday. Trailblazers trail by 14. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Holiday against McCollum. That's tipped, taken away by Holiday. Inside. It's stolen by Stauskas. He dishes it to Lillard. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Anthony Davis, number 1.
It happened so often. I'd say to myself, there's no way he can get to that shot, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and it go down as another block.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. New Orleans leading by 16. And Holiday kicks to Randall. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now here's Curry. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's McCollum. No good. Good D by Holiday.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
2 shots.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
For New Orleans, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls, and Portland making a change here. Leonard's checked in, and a change for the Pelicans. Mirotic is checked in. Both free throws good for Miller.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Trailblazers.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
Payton looking around. To the paint. Here's Davis. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And for Jusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
And it's sent back by Leonard. And the call will be against Julius Randle. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Trailblazers trail by 20. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for McCollum. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged 21 points a game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now here's Curry. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 5 on the clock. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
Payton against Curry. Payton finds Randall. It's Davis on the wing. And here's Miller outside. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Stauskas is really clever, maybe even cunning, with how he draws contact. I mean, you have to be careful in how you defend him.
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. No good on the free throw.
The former Wolverine Stauskas, a pure shooter with deceptive athleticism and a high ceiling. This guy has a lot of room to continue to grow.
That's off as well, so he misses both. You know, Clark, when you think about it, all fans really care about is winning, and that's hard to pull off when you're the only star on your team. We see it all over the league.
You know, basketball is not tennis or golf. It's a team game, and one man can't win a championship by himself. I mean, when you look at all the championship teams, they were championship teams, not driven by just one star player. And it's a blessing when you can play with other good players, and that's what all good players desire to do at some point in their career.
And stolen by Mirotic. And Payton throws it down hard.
And Payton has the ability to turn the Jets on in a heartbeat. When you allow him some space to get going, it's over.
Payton against Curry. Inside. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Curry. That's now 22 points for C.J. McCollum. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Randall passes to Mirotic. Hayton makes it off the glass.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Here's Leonard following the basket by Elfrid Payton. And Leonard gets it to go. Here's Payton. 12 points for him. Over in the corner, Randall. Back to Payton. Clock at 6. Over Curry. Second chance shot. Payton kicks to Davis. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 9th assist in the game now.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
With some arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans. To the middle. Here's Miller. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a moment here to check out some numbers for Nurkic. Last year, getting it done. 10th in blocks. And he did his share on the glass. Battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker. That free throw good from Miller. So for the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Nurkic. Harkless comes in for Leonard. And Turner subbed in for Nick Stauskas. And then for New Orleans, Okafor is checked in for Davis. Diallo comes in for Randall. And Moore subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Both free throws good for Miller. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Here's McCollum, and Okafor with the block.
And the reach of Okafor cannot be understated. I mean, when he's around, he's very good at getting those big balls up quickly and batting shots away.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for New Orleans.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
The first free throw is good. Good on both. Here's McCollum. He's got 22. Shoots from 14. Here's Collins, up and in on the layup. Collins has got his first basket.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
The reverse. Shot good by Diallo.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Curry. The Pelicans make their last shot. Collins passes to McCollum. Now here's Curry. 5 to shoot. Over Miller. Curry can't get it to go.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Okafor kicks to Moore. It's Miller on the wing. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. No good from Moore. And for Portland, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Turner trying to free himself up. McCollum, no good.
Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big time work. Really distracting him, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
The Trailblazers shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Moore against McCollum. Okafor dishes to Moore. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
For Portland, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. That free throw, no good.
I like the shiftiness of McCollum. I mean, feels like he can get any shot he wants to. Very efficient as a guard.
Lillard's checked in for Portland. New Orleans also making some changes. Hill comes in for Mirotic, and it's Drew Holiday in for Miller. And the second free throw, good. Moore with it. To the right side, to the inside, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, I tell you, when Okafor sees a wide open teammate, he really zips the ball over to set him up for a clean look at the bucket.
And Jahlil Okafor, the 3rd overall pick back in 2015, has had his ups and downs to the start of his career. But, you know, Clark, he feels now he's on the right track.
Well, I think he recommitted himself to fitting in with the team and has been working harder than ever before. Sometimes disappointment can motivate you to greater levels of work and commitment. He was kind of a forgotten man in Philly. And now he realizes a second chance is with him, and he's trying to make the most of it.
And it's good for 2. And that's 20 points for Damian Lillard.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Now here is Hill. Moore in the corner. Over McCollum. No good from Moore.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Free throw good. McCollum. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Turner. And so McCollum nails both of them. New Orleans leading by 23. Holiday finds Moore. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Trailblazers shooting well. They're at 45%. McCollum with the ball. Now Okafor defending. Okafor against McCollum. High arcing shot. No good on the shot. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Pass to Diallo. New Orleans moving it around. And McCollum with the block. And he gets it back. That one goes in. Moore's got 4 points this quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum against Moore. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him, and they pick up 2. McCollum's got 11 in the second half.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And here's Holiday. Shoots over Lillard. The shot by Holiday, no good. He can't get it to go. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Pelicans ahead, just dominating this one. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
It's a long game. It's a long game. But listen, we don't have a chance if we don't rebound and defend and give them second chance points. It takes too much out of us, all right?
Well, the message there, can't give up additional scoring opportunities.
He is on point with that. They have got to do a better job on the backboards, and right now, the effort is lacking.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Collins is out there with Aminu, and it's Harkless in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now here's Moore, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Moore passes to Hill. Back to Moore, over McCollum. No good from Moore.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
Hill. Lillard with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Collins, good.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here is Hill. And Moore kicks to Diallo. Back to Moore. Sinks the triple.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on the roll and knock him down.
McCollum against Moore. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And Aminu slams it in.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Well, we seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. But at the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Davis finds Randall. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Harkless the pass to Aminu. It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Baseline jumper. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Randall's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Payton kicks to Davis. On the wing, Hill. Launches it. And Harkless pulls it down.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Kept alive. A second chance effort. And the layup good by Collins. Collins has got 4 this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Payton. Shoots over Lillard. And the Pelicans miss again. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. In the recent CBA, there have been a lot of provisions put in there for retired players. Health insurance, increase in pensions, Clark, reimbursement for tuition. What do you think of these changes?
Love them, Kevin. Absolutely love them. And again, credit to the league and to the Players Association for thinking outside the box, reaching back to benefit some of the former players that are actually in need of these benefits and deserving of them. Come on now. Those guys paved the way in many ways for what we see of the league now. And most players appreciate and recognize that. And for it to be tangibly recognized and rewarded is great to see. I love them.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Here's Lillard after Drew Holiday's score. 6 to shoot. Nurkic dishes to Aminu. Over Randall. Aminu misses. Pelicans leading by 20. Payton kicks to Davis. Down low. Holiday. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And that's now 18 points for Drew Holiday.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Holiday against McCollum. Here's Aminu. Banked in off the glass. Aminu's got 4 points this quarter.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Payton against Lillard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Damian Lillard. You know, every coach talks about playing team basketball, Clark. When it comes to the fans, they really come out to see the stars. What do you think is the psychology behind that?
Well, I think fans enjoy elite players and great talent across any sport. But they also recognize that team play is critical to winning. So I think it's a combination. Fans, I think we've got to give them a little more credit. Sure, they want to see the stars play, but they want to win, and they know to win, teams have to be about team basketball, not just highlighting and enjoying the stars.
And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for the matchup with the Suns, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Now here's McCollum. Over Holiday.
You know, one of the things that makes Holiday such a terrific defender is his long arms. I mean, he excels at using them no matter who he's defending.
And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 6 assists here tonight. McCollum outside. Pelicans with the rebound. Randall's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We know Clark fans want to see star players. That's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
Yeah, I think that's important, that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course of. That's another reason I propose a shorter season.
Shooting 2.
I don't think you'd end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, I mean, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play in, unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously. And it's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Randall. Ian Clark comes in for Drew Holiday. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Elfrid Payton. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Curry passes to Swanigan. Kicks to Leonard. Uncovered. Yep, it counts.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Frazier the pass to Clark. Johnson outside. Here's Frazier. And that one comes up a bit short.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Now here's Curry. Shot clock at 6. From the high post, he drills it.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Pelicans leading by 22. Frazier kicks to Davis. Shoots over Leonard. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket. May have been the 90s, Clark, when we saw the pick and roll really become a common type play. Defenses have now adjusted somewhat, but many offenses still rely on it now.
Man, you go way back to the 50s and 60s. The pick and roll has been one of the hardest plays to defend since really basketball came into existence, quite honestly. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and now with the interchangeable parts that many teams have, you have the real challenge of small guys setting screens on big guys and creating havoc. So screen and roll action is always a very important part of the game and a hard set to cover well on defense.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. We will be seeing Nurkic go to the free throw line here. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic, and the Trailblazers making a change here. Stauskas is checked in.
One shot, behind the lanes.
Pelicans leading by 21. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
Hey, he just threw that possession away. Hopefully he learns from that and doesn't make the same mistake again.
Here's McCollum. Pass to Stauskas. Fires for 3. The Pelicans pull it in. Payton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lobs it up for Holiday. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. It's Curry with the drive. Here's McCollum. With social media providing instantaneous news, Clark, players have to really watch what they say now. I mean, before they hit the send button.
Yeah, you got to pause before you peck, and you got to pause before you post. That's one of the things I would tell.
Well said. Well said.
That's what I would tell guys when I was talking about this landscape that they're in. Heavily scrutinized, and to the NBA players' credit, they've done a great job with social media. They're very visible. They're very accessible. They're well connected to the community through their platforms. But you do have to exercise some caution in how you go about your social media profile.
First free throw is good.
Well, you have to like how he's challenging the defense now in the second half. Getting to the line for a lot of free throw opportunities.
And so McCollum nails both of them. Now Holiday. The pass to Miller. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Stauskas. Here's McCollum. That one goes. Count it. McCollum's got 17 now, just in the second half.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Nurkic with the block, and they get it back. And that one drops. That's now 8 points for Nikola Mirotic.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Awesome feed there. That pass was on point.
Now here's Payton. Outside Mirotic. To the inside. Outside Holiday. From deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. Seth Curry missing all last season, Clark, with a bad leg and eventual surgery. You really feel for him.
You always do when guys are hurt because it's terribly frustrating. My career ended because of knee trouble early on, so I know the feeling. And it's especially hurtful and painful when a guy starts to show what he can do and be in the NBA. I'm glad to see he's back, and hopefully he'll continue to be the deep threat his team needs.
And the first one drops.
And you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, he's more established and playing with more confidence now.
And both free throws good for Curry. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. The lead is 15. And it's Mirotic at the elbow. Out to Miller. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Portland again missing.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Mirotic's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the rebound by Nurkic. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run. Here's Stauskas, covered by Miller, and the call will be against Darius Miller. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Stauskas. Pelicans leading by 13. Davis drives in and finished off by Davis.
Man, I like how Payton runs things. I mean, his passing first mentality is exactly what you want from your point guard.
Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Anthony Davis.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
Trailblazers trail by 18. The shot by Lillard, wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Now here's Payton. Here's Miller. Lillard with the rebound. Lillard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped and they put them on the line.
Yeah, and I'm confident Coach was reminding everybody, don't foul at the start of that possession. Obviously, he didn't get the message.
Good on the second free throw.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Inside. Davis finds Mirotic. Misses off the right iron. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Staskis. You look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. And, you know, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in player salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint.
And both free throws good for Stauskas. New Orleans leading by 12. Pulls up from the corner, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Miller's got 14 points now in the second half. And a big play there to mute the crowd.
And guys, the only noise we're hearing now is coming from the visitors' bench.
Now, here's Lillard. Nurkic in the post. Davis is on it. Portland no good that time either. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for New Orleans.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Davis.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
And for Portland, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Out to Turner. Just 5 to shoot. Nobody near Leonard. Hands it from downtown.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Pass to Holiday. Here's Diallo. Over to the wing. From deep, Moore. Collins grabs the miss. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Taken away by Holiday. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Elfrid, first off, congrats on the win. What was the key to getting this one?
Oh, man, we made shots. We did a good job of, just getting to the rim.
Big effort tonight, Elfrid. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.